Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and welcome to the ArchieLuxury program. And today I want to talk about changing fickle fashion. That's right, changing fickle fashion. And I was talking to a good dealer friend of mine, and he was telling me that pieces, quick wristwatch check, Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso, grand date. He was telling me that pieces like my Reverso Grand Date are out of fashion now. They are out of fashion. He said Jaeger-LeCoultres, the market is very tight at the moment. He was saying that it seems to be the current model holding, and the ultra thin. See, this is a Reverso Grand Date. It's certainly not ultra thin. This is a very big grand tally, I think the words that Jaeger-LeCoultre used. And he was saying to me, the fashions have changed, the prices have dropped. And I gotta tell you the truth, the whole point in buying luxury timepieces for myself, I don't give a fuck about fashion. I really don't care about fashion, because fashion is fickle. It's so, it's all over the shop. And I gotta tell you the truth. Doesn't matter. As long as you like it, that's all that matters. And I mean, how could you say that is an ugly or it's not a cool watch to have? I mean, I love my Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date. I love it. I think it's such a cool piece. And any just have a look at that there. How could you not love it with its 8-day power reserve? This is such a cool piece. I mean, fashion is a fickle fucker. And see, my opinion of why you buy quality is that it's timeless. It doesn't date. It stays cool. And whether it's an expensive fountain pen, this is a Parker Duofold Millennium Edition, doesn't matter. It's just it's a beautiful thing. It doesn't date. It's always cool. And I mean, this is the whole thing. So many people follow fashion. They want the ultra thin. Well, fuck, slow down. Fashion is bunk. It's all bullshit. It's all perceptions. And the Rolex Explorer 2 is a bit soft at the moment. So what? I don't care. I love a white-faced sports watch. Okay, the Panaristes would have a seizure. But is it that terminal? I don't think so. Goodbye. You pick one up at a great price. So I suppose you've really got to make what you think of these things. And the Reverso, I mean, I think this is one of the nicest models. I mean, why I chose it myself, I remember the story. Many years ago, I went into Brisbane Vintage Watches. It's now become Vintage Watch Co. And I saw Fred, the old guy. Fred, well, he's not that old. Fred was there, and he showed me this beautiful Reverso. This is the same very piece. And I thought, wow, that is just so cool. It's such a cool piece. And I remember that watch. I just thought, geez, the proportions, just how the dial is done. It's an 8-day power reserve. It's really, really cool. 8-day power reserve. I love the Art Deco numerals. The 2-disc date system, sub-second in the corner, power reserve, display back, 8-day double barrel power mainspring, 2 mainsprings. What a fucking cool watch. I just thought it was so cool. And is it going to be added? No, it's always cool for me. Like, I always love Mercedes W123s. I think that shape of Mercedes is cool. It's not about it not being the current model or trendy or this. It's beyond fashion. And I got to tell you, in my opinion, I don't think there's a sexier Reverso than the Grand Date. And I think you'll want it in steel. Some of them, you think of the metals, and I mean, they did this. I don't think they did this in the pink gold, which I really love pink gold in Reversos. They did it in yellow, and I very much believe my sub has to be in yellow. A President has to be in yellow. But a Reverso, if you're going to go gold, you got to go pink. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion. But the Reverso Grand Date, it's a steel. It needs to be in steel on a leather strap with the Reverso deployant, the Jaeger-LeCoultre deployant buckle. It's a stunner. It's a steel stunner, and I gotta tell you, I mean, fashion is bullshit. So sometimes, you know, fashions change, but you got to buy things you really love. It defies fashion, and I really think myself there, the smart money is knowing what you like and seizing it when it comes available. And you know, the GMTs never did any. I mean, I remember in the 90s, the GMTs, I always preferred the Explorer any day of the week. So it's one of these things. It's not to say that I'm wrong. It's just my history in the watches. And the thing about a luxury timepiece is, I think it defies fashion. That's why Rolex is so, they never were really trendy or cool. They were Rolex. They're not they don't have a summer collection. It was always, well, that's the model, that's it. And I think that's what made them so enduring. And with the Reverso, yeah, they do have model series come and go, a bit like Patek has series that come and go. But if you find one you love it, enjoy it. Don't give a shit about the resale. I mean, I don't even want to sell it. I'd never sell it. Doesn't matter what the offer is. It's not for sale. And that's what a real keeper is. I'm ArchieLuxury, talking horology. Tell me what you miserable fuckers think of that.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.